So what's the story, Brad?
Well, last night about 7 o'clock, I see a large figure out about 400 yards out into a food plot that I was kind of observing and watching. And he started coming into the corn, from the food plot into the corn in a southerly direction towards me. And I knew it was it was Mr. Johnson, we called him, Big Johnson, BJ for short.
So you've been calling him that? You've got trail camera pics?
Yeah, pretty much all summer long of them in the velvet and that. So I saw him out there in the field, and then he disappeared, and I was kind of watching. I was in the travel corridor, kind of watching another food plot, and about a half hour goes by, and I see a body out in the field, out in the plot, and I saw he had horns, antlers on him, and I thought, that's a nice buck. But I didn't think it was Mr. Johnson. I thought it was just a nice buck. I kind of thought we got another buck we called the Big 8, and I thought it was him. And a little buck, all of a sudden I heard noise underneath me, and a little buck was right underneath me. It was pretty close, about 20 yards out from me, beating up a sapling tree. And then this buck came out of the food plot and into the woods where I was, and kind of scooted the little buck along. And then the little buck came back, and they were kind of doing little playful gestures. And just right underneath me, probably about 20 yards out from me, he stops, and I'm at full draw. And then he looks up at me and kind of was quartering towards me, but he was kind of turned broadside. So his body was kind of broadside, but it was a forward shot that I had to make on him, and I hit him here in the neck, and I thought I hit him back here, but I saw the arrow sticking out. So, and I heard him run about probably 40 yards and crash, and then I just sat there for a little bit, and I climbed down and saw blood, and I didn't want to go much further than that last night. I just decided to back out. Got up early this morning, couldn't sleep at all last night. Got up early this morning, and there he was, not more than 20 yards from where I last saw blood. And I thought he was, and I really thought he was a smaller buck when I looked at him. I thought I had one we called the corkscrew. He's kind of like this, but he's got 5 points on the other side, and he's got a little, and his brow tine's really crooked and like a corkscrew. That's what I thought I had, and then it wasn't until Mike showed up that you kind of realized that this was Big Johnson.
So there's Mike. He's been growing these deer for the last, 20 years? On his
22 years now.
22 years he's been developing his 59-acre property, and he bought this 80 acres next to it, and Brad and another friend of ours, Tom Curry, started leasing it. This is their first hunting year here, and this is the result.
QDM works, my friends.